What's going on, y'all? Bishop Brigante, welcome to another episode of Risk and Rewards. This is the show where we talk to your favorite personalities about some of the risks they've taken in their careers to get where they are today. And right now, listen, y'all see me on my social medias. I be going nuts over certain artists, but I'm really, really honored to have this talent on the show today. Please welcome Ari da Kid. What's going on?
Yeah, brother, working, living.
Yo, listen, I'm gonna jump right into this shit because I'll tell you straight up. The first exposure I got of your talent was through Royce.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when we was going through, when the process of the allegory was going on, and I knew I had heard the record before you were on it, and then all of a sudden you was there, and I was like, yo, it was like, yeah. How did that process come about? Because I know, like, we'll talk about how I had to double back and check all the other projects, but how did that project, that record come about where you got on there in the hook?
Long story short, I had recently, T.I., let me just give you the bundle. T.I. had called me. No, actually, I DM'd T.I. one time and just was like, yo, I was in a stage where I wanted to reach out to all the legends that I kind of grew up listening to from the East, West, North, South. And some of them actually hit me back and was like, yo, I fuck with your shit. You know what I mean? I know some of your story, you know. So, and Tip was like very like informative about what kind of some of the shit that I was going through, like buying myself out of my day. He knew about some of the Cash Money shit. And I was like, damn, you know what I mean? I was like, yo, I'd be honored to work with you. Whatever I gotta do, I handle the business. Cause you know, I'm self-made. I'm my own CEO. So I'm just like, yo, I'm in this opportunity to speak the Tip. I'm talking to the king of the South himself.
Right.
And he was, I'll be honored to work, man. You know what I mean? Keep your bread, et cetera, et cetera. And then one time he was like, you know, I'm in LA. You know, if you come out here, let me know. So keep it 1,000. I lied and it was like, I'm out here. I wasn't. So he was like, bet, let's link tomorrow. So I booked my flight. Yeah, so I booked my flight, went out there. We met at some studio. My nigga Jag was in. There was a couple niggas in there I already knew for real. Like,
right.
So I went up. I think Jag was trying to get a drink from him too. But when I pulled up, Tip pulled my song up and knocked it out. I played two. He picked one, and we did one on my project that he got for me. That's on my hip hop project coming out, right?
Right.
And so from there, like a week later, I go back home. You know, we kick it, we chop it up. I get home. He called me. Like, yo, Royce got a record, me, him, and Saha. We got a hook on there we don't like. You know, can you bless it? I said, hell yeah, send it to me. I must have knocked that shit out in 20 minutes. I was in this room right here. I was in this room in 20 minutes. And anybody that's a songwriter, they know not only is it hard to do a record with the legends, but it's even harder to do a record when they don't already like the hook. So you already hearing the hook that they don't like.
Right.
That's tough. So I tuned out, went in there, didn't, because, you know, I got my own style. I never was a nigga that sounded like another nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I came in here, knocked it out, sent it to him. And then Royce DM'd me and was like, yo, can you add some harmonies? And I did the harmonies. And like, I mean, maybe a week or two after that, his manager hit my manager like, yo, we flying you out to LA. We shooting a video. His album got nominated for a Grammy. And that's pretty much how it went. I pretty much just capitalized off the opportunity. And T.I. actually called me himself to do that hook. He didn't have to do that. So I'm to this day, like whatever. T.I., he probably don't know this. I done told him, but he called me for anything, my nigga. It's done. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's done. Like, it ain't like I've been through a lot of industry niggas and did business with niggas, but to me, that gave me that, and he didn't owe me that at all. He doesn't have to do that.
Right.
I just think that's what the industry should be at. You know what I mean? When you see young niggas that's willing to put in the work, pay their homage, have the craft, and actually have power and the influence of tomorrow, which I already feel like I have done in this game already. Like a lot of shit niggas don't really know about. I feel like I was a part of the shift in the sound of the culture in so many ways with artists that I either wrote for, worked with, or recorded. You know what I mean? So I just think him knowing that's why he did it. You know what I mean?
So the hook is crazy.
Appreciate it, bro. Like I did that shit, bro.
Yeah, it literally, and I feel like a lot of the best stuff comes like that. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a long process. Like when it just hits, it hits.
Yeah, off the head for real. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that is your process. You be just going off the head a lot, huh?
Yeah, I don't use a booth. Like my mic is attached to my table, so You know, I kind of do line for line, do my ideas, and you know, but like I said, I was able to get around a lot of the greats, and I noticed that, you know, they do that too. Like I've been in the studio around Travis Scott, I've been in the studio around Timbaland, like a lot of the dope goats. I know Kanye does his ideas like that. He does riffs before even putting lyrics. Whoever, if he's right, or somebody else is writing it, you know, I've been at one of the camps where Kanye was kind of like he had his shit already done, but it was no words. It was just like cadence and voices and
and just like
and I was like, damn. The only difference between I think that is like he actually did that and left. Like if I get the idea that far, I have to fill the words in.
Right,
That's just
right.
I mean, you know, everybody to each his own. Everybody's their own genius.
All right, so you're you're from New York.
Yeah, I was born in the Bronx. I was actually born in Harlem.
All right.
My
one of my second homes.
Yeah, my parents are from St. Nicholas Projects, Harlem. Now, if you know St. Nick, you know the Bronx is right there. Like you really could. I went to Utopia in fucking preschool. You know what I mean? I was like in the middle of St. Nick, but I really rep South Bronx, Grand Concourse by Concourse Village.
Okay.
I was born on the east side over there. So if you know, like St. Nick is like the projects, but I'm not really from the projects. I'm just from the hood.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if you know Concourse Village in the Bronx, we got security downstairs. So all the niggas outside of the Ville, they really kind of look at us like not like we from the suburbs, but like y'all in the hood, but y'all got security in front of y'all building. Niggas can't really loiter and sit in the front of the building and stop niggas going up. So I'm from that. You know what I mean? Just to build, building 20K 779 building, you know what I mean? But I moved to Atlanta when I was 9. So that's really where I got all these coaches from. You know what I'm saying?
So because you rap your ass off and you sing like a motherfucker. So which is your first love? Like cause you go in both of them. Like which one is it?
Rap? I evolved into the melodies.
Yeah.
I first evolved into the beats, and then I started doing melodies.
Cause they're seamless to me. Like the way you do that, it's like it's seamless to me, man.
I mean, there are times where I literally say I'm gonna put the rapping to the side, and I focus, and because I wanted to evolve. Anybody that knows my R&B side, like I got way better, like in a short period of time. But with the writing, with the rap shit, I had put myself at a level. Once I was able to compete with a lot of the top dudes ahead of the scene and behind the scenes, and did my battles on my side of town, and you know, I done did a whole bunch of battles and shit. So once I did that, I was just like, you know what, I wanted to evolve into a lane where I felt like other niggas wasn't doing it. I'm still one of the few niggas that did that was able to like say he battled before or.
Wait, what do you mean battle?
Oh, I got a lot.
Battle rap?
Yeah, I mean like before the URL shit though, like I could send you a few like clips like that. That's all. I did a lot off camera. Like a lot of niggas don't know my introduction to the game was in Atlanta. I was 18 and they had Cocoa Bubbles at 107.9. Before the Dirty Boys started, they 6 to 10. He had the 6 to 10.
Yeah.
Before Sunday and did the gospel shit. You know what I mean? And he used to do Freestyle Friday. And in the process to get up there, you had to go outside with this little cocky ass intern and battle like it was like 30, 40 people outside in a line. So I battled 8 niggas. I battled 8 niggas outside, got upstairs, did 11 weeks up there. I beat the champion, did 11 weeks and retired. So I'm really known for that in the. Yeah, I'm known for that in the A. And then like I did that, retired on that. And keep in mind that was our main radio station. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows me for that. Back then I was named Arsonist. And then on my clubs on my side of town on the north side, like there used to be this packed club that would stop the club for like 30 minutes just for me to battle. You know what I'm saying? Like I done battled a lot. I think I did like 7 on them, didn't lose none of them. Even that's how me and John the Don got cool. We battled at a club on my side of town. We still joke about it to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like me and him just went to the club with Jadakiss. Jadakiss got booked in my hood out here, and we pulled up with him. We was just joking about it. Like, damn, the nigga set me up, had me battle on his side of town. So it was like those who know that I was the only nigga battling in a packed club, like a club scene in Atlanta. Nobody else. So yeah, I got that shit on my belt too, bro. And that's when I was in like my low 20s. You know what I mean?
Do you ever watch battle rap now and be like,
Yeah, all of my still.
You still get that vibe? Like, no, but do you get the vibe like, maybe I'll jump in there one day?
I do all the time. Yeah, I do. I mean, but you gotta think like I done did songs with a lot of niggas. Like Hollow the Don is my man. Like that's my nigga. Arsenal, John, Cortez. I got shit with Cortez. I did some Hitman the homie. Who else?
On the record.
Yeah, Math Hoffa. Like, I got a lot of these niggas. Like, these is the homies, bro. Like, I still support the Averb. Like, that's my man's. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think about it sometimes. Like, I think I wanna, if I do another one in the future, I would do. I battled Ines before too. I would do. I would do Small Room. Yeah, I would do a Small Room battle. I actually would do that. I would do that for the culture. I think that would be fine.
Shit. Y'all heard it here first. Risk and rewards. Ari da Kid saying he's gonna jump in the ring.
Yeah, I do a Small Room.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yo, listen, I can't lie, bro. Like, it doesn't happen often where I start going crazy champion artists, man. But like, even just looking at the body of work you've been putting out since I figured out you existed, and then like just the body of work that like 2020, like how many are you in right now? 2021, you got the hold on, let me look at this. You got 2 projects out already, right?
Yeah, I got it's not
you, it's not me. It's not you, it's me.
Yeah, then I got Sorry Not Sorry with the deluxe.
Yeah.
I dropped, and then I'm about to drop on September 10th. I'm dropping Alone But Not Lonely. It's an R&B joint. And then right after that, to wrap up the 12-month 4 projects joint, I promised the crowd I was doing. I'm dropping a hip hop, all East Coast vibes called the Shadow and the Shade. Now nigga, I got like everybody from Jadakiss on there, Benny the Butcher, Mickey Fax, Averb, fucking JR Ryder.
Is this 4 album a year thing? Like, when did that start? 2020?
I've done it before, but I'm not doing no less than 3 a year until I'm done. Like, I could do 4 with these, but the only reason I don't is because I do this like 3-month promo thing, and when it runs into the end of the year, no one's in the office in December. So it makes it hard to pitch the playlist. I know a lot of artists don't know that information. It's not really good to drop in January. I mean, on the beginning of January and in like the middle of December, because a lot of those people who will support the blogs and the writers and shit like that, they're not working. Right. You know, I mean, you could drop on all the DSPs or whatever, but the support would be less unless you're just this mainstream artist that just has, you know, all of this super pull. But if you still on the come up in that B-list, C-list artist range, you gotta wait. And so that's the only reason why I'm not dropping that hip hop. I got Ransom on there too, by the way. That's actually me and Ransom first joint too. But we ended up doing that because when me and him was both on Banks' album, I was like, yo, we gotta get one in, my nigga. I fuck with your shit for a while, and we both on Banks' joint. Like, let's get one in. He was like, yeah, let's swap songs. Let's get it. So we actually did one too. Yeah. You know
what I like about your music, bro? I like that there's nothing like shiny about it. Yeah. You know, like there's nothing fabricated. It's raw. Everything you've put out is raw. It's relatable. It hits. You've been, if you listen to a Siri project, you've experienced something, especially if you're from the neighborhood. You've experienced something, you know what I mean, that's on there and it's raw. And that's why I love championing music like that, because I feel that everybody's got to push that stuff to the forefront. Talented people like you need to be pushed to the forefront at all costs because you're independent, right?
Yeah. I mean,
independent right is crazy.
Yeah, that's facts. But it's like that whole, like, even when I'm creating, like, as a writer, you know, like there's aspects when I write, I'm able to study and master all personalities. So I'm like, okay, let me study average consumer. Let me say, okay, let me make sure a lyricist hears this and makes the doodle face. Let me make sure a girl hits this and says, oh, I like his voice and his cadence. Or let me make sure like a kid hears this and says, damn, that was cool. Or just like the streets listen to it, like you said, relatable stuff, but still being creative. Like I had a line somebody just posted it, and it's not the craziest line, but it's just like I said, you know, I'm in the hood, like the like remote controllers with the back missing and battery showing. And then I was on my live and I pulled up my remote and they saw it, and that was like that's like some like I mean that's common sense. Like who ain't never had a remote controller with the battery showing and they can't find the back piece, you know what I mean? So it's like, of course. Like, always able, like that lane of things will never lose. I can never lose with that because I'm always around, that type of crowd where it's like, you know what I mean? Like I can always adapt and write that story always. Even if
it's just real. It's just real shit.
Yeah, real talk, bro.
You know what I mean? You don't have to imagine things. It's all, you know what I mean? All things that are going on in your life, man. You know what I mean? I like I said, I love all the stuff you've been putting out, all the stuff you've been put out. But yo, sorry, I want to jump in to the business. All right, let's jump into the business of risk and rewards. My first question is this, Sorry. Tell the people, tell the fans, give us a risk that you've taken in your career that was a positive come up, a risk you took, whether it be in your life, whether it be in your career, and it was just a positive come up.
All right. I'll tell you some shit that nobody really knows for real. So
exclusive.
So let's say, what year was this? 2018. Keep in mind, 2017 going into 2018, I did my Cash Money Universal deal.
Right.
At the end of that year, I was on a Black tour with Black and Sabrina Claudio. Coming off that tour, that was an R&B tour, by the way. And then right after that tour, I had told Birdman, yo, this ain't gonna work. Like, it was just too much stuff that I didn't feel emotion of. But me and him had a good relationship, so I didn't go to social media. I went straight to him.
Right.
You guys, it's gonna take a little minute. It's not gonna be that easy, but let's figure out the numbers. I give you the number, you pay it, you walk your way. So in that process, all my music came down. They took all my music down. So I wasn't making my money through music, but I'm a hustler. So at that time, I was working on my credit. You know what I mean? Saved up all my bread. So I walked into that deal with my own money. But when I had my Cash Money deal, I had already bought my old i8. Like that shit was chrome. Like I had a nice whip, Sprinter, all that shit already on my own, self-made. So from there, I was in a process where I had to take risks. So I was like releasing shit through like other niggas' names. Like I was dropping shit through like my producer name, my nigga name, but it was my record. But I was like I was just giving the fan shit because if anything came out under my name, they could take it down. So I was just a little bit of buzz on social media. Then from there, I was trying to buy my house. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a couple of things. I knew the litigation of all the lawyer shit was gonna take a minute because Cash Money, like, if anybody know Cash Money, they deal with Ed. Ed is their main lawyer. He respond when he wants to. That's just how he moves.
Right.
Ain't lawyer gonna be just on the edge unless it's a big major deal to benefit them. You know what I mean? They ain't trying to release no artists. You know what I mean? So I'm grinding. At that time, I go and I get a whole bunch of credit lines under my credit. Every credit line I could get 30,000 head, Regions Bank, 20,000 head, 13,000 head, 8,000 head, 40,000 head. I'm just stacking my bread. So I'll go and do that. Then I go apply for my house to stop all the shit on my credit. Because when you're applying for a house, you can't even have no inquiries on your credit. And you can't receive money from a person. It's illegal. As you're applying for a home loan, like you can't send me $30 to my account or $300. It's illegal. You can't receive a loan from a human being while getting a house loan. That's some people don't know. Facts. But I did it anyway. So I did it from, circulating money through like my other business accounts. It's loopholes. So that's another a risk that I took in this process. So I'm doing that, got my credit lines. Then I started my Sprinter business. I went and found a company called Limo Land in Springfield, Missouri. Went and got my Sprinter tricked out on the inside. I said, I'm going to hire 2 of my homies that I went to school with, make them drivers, started a business so I could make some money before this litigation started, before I could release my music again. Wow. So then I'm one of the main niggas in Atlanta that rents their Sprinters out to everybody out here, like till this day, because of that process of getting all those credit line loans, because I was spending on my bills were adding up after I couldn't release my music. At that time, I was making, my nigga, I done made about $20,000 in a month from streaming. You know what I'm saying? So now, like, I'm not making that no more. They took my shit down. You know what I mean? I released a project called After the Heartbreak. The first 2 months, I made $20,000 both months separately, like just off that project, and they took that down. So that will affect the nigga. You know what I mean? And so now I got my house, got approved for my crib, found the loopholes, got the crib, got the Sprinter, got back, and then grinded that out until we finally figured out the shit with the number that Cash Money was gonna make me pay. So I had to do like 100,000 cash up front, gave him the 100,000, and then I had to do I had to pay like it was like 7,400 a month until the total balance was fully paid off. It was a little bit over 300 grand to be transparent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was about 360,000 that I owed them. And nobody
you got out.
Yeah. They paid off now. Nigga, clean slate. You know what I'm saying? Like, out the pocket. Nigga, no big homies. You know what I'm saying? Like, no street nigga gave me no money in my pocket. Me, out the mud, grinding it out. You know what I mean? And so I took those risks with spending all my money, putting all my credit on the line. I keep in mind when I got these credit lines, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to pay these niggas back later. I'm going to crash my credit right now because I don't got time to be making these payments. I need all this money because I don't know when this litigation will be over for me to be able to distribute my music back out. And that was one of the biggest things that I did, bro, because I was able to really grind it out, put out some music, meet these other companies like Sync and Sound Royalties and do these certain deals with them through my music and my stuff that I released. Because all my music I ever released was all independent. Even when I was under Cash Money, I never released music under Cash Money. My whole career, I've been independent. Those 4 projects I did under Cash Money were under my name on TuneCore. They took that down. So I was able to get that back, put that back up, front my money, pay them they 100,000, then they 7,400 every month until pay them they full balance. And now I've been a free man, and that was one of my biggest risk and rewards that I've ever done with my music career.
Where was the come up?
It was a huge come up for me because now, like, trust me, nobody ever got out of a Cash Money deal that fast. I guarantee you.
Yo, that doesn't even sound like something that anybody's ever done.
Me and Money Man, but 2 things. Me and Money Man, we did it at the same time. He signed after me and he got out right before me. But we didn't go to the blogs with it to a show saying fuck this nigga.
Right.
We didn't do that. I hit Bird like a man. He chopped it up with me like a man and said, let's make it make sense. This is business, nothing personal. And to be honest, everybody says all this bad shit about Bird. You know what he asked me for to pay? He asked me, he wanted me to pay him back the exact amount that he gave me. No interest.
Wow.
No interest.
Yeah, we don't hear positive
because niggas don't be honest about it, bro.
Yeah, I wonder why that is though.
All he wanted from me was what he gave me. So I basically got all the game that he gave me, all the time that I spent with him, all the shit he let me do in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Let me ride with him. Let me use the studio at Hit Factory. Get jewels from him and Slim. I got that for free. I got that. I got a lot of clout from that. He posted my shit multiple times. I got that for free. And all I had to do was pay him back his investment, and then I got to walk a free man. You know what I mean?
You don't hear stories. You don't hear stories like that about Birdman enough.
Cause these niggas, 2 things, bro. They industry niggas. Like a lot of niggas are industry niggas. Like they put people into their business that don't even give a fuck. 1, right. 2, they don't no longer have the money. Like that. This is a business. Like you understand what I'm saying? So it's like you could even go to the DA's desk with enough money to walk away from a case that you weren't even supposed 100%. To walk away. You understand?
We've seen that.
See this, bro? A lot of niggas with that bread that they get, that shit's gone. And when it comes down to the process of paying what you got to pay, you done been so disrespectful. They add shit on there that you can't afford. Now you stuck. You know what I mean? Some shit don't even got to go to court, man. This shit ain't no nigga turning down no good paper, bro. It's because you ain't got the money.
Right.
And I just think, me and Money Man, we had our bread ready, bro. We had our bread. It took me a little bit longer because I may have paid more to him. I'm not really sure. But I mean, that nigga was getting paper. He had his money at the time. So he skimped off and got it and walked his way. So
like we would call Cash Money a major at this point. So what was it that made you say, you know what? I think I need to stay in the independent grind?
I always wanted to keep a sense of independence because you got to keep in mind, I sat with every label, bro. Like when I say I went to every, I'm gonna give an artist another jewel. There's an unwritten rule in the music industry. I don't care how hot you are. You take all meetings, even if you're gonna go into the meeting and tell them no. You go in there, you meet who you need to meet. You go in there, you shake the hand with their PR, you shake the hand with their marketing director. Hey, I'm sorry. Okay. And even if you're about to meet with Leo Cohen or Kevin Lyles in the main office, because they're gonna have you in the lobby waiting for 30 minutes. I don't fucking know why. They ain't back there doing shit. You know what I'm saying? But You go in there, you shake hands. You know why? Because these people that work in the office, they bounce from label to label. Because one day you could be like, I know Tuma one time was at MTV Jams, then he went to Revolt, then he went to he was at BT. Then the next time I seen him at Spotify, now he over there at YouTube Music. It's like, that's why you meet these people, because they're not that's not family. This is business.
Right.
These people from corporation to corporation, you take all meetings. So I was doing that. But even the shit that I did with Bird, it was a partnership. It wasn't necessarily I just was going to sign to it. No, I wasn't there. I signed 4 producers to me. And from there, I went to Bird and said, all the labels that I walk to, they don't want to give my producers any money because they don't have placements yet. So if you could give me 50 grand each for all 4 of these niggas, keep in mind, 2 of them ain't even really had nowhere to stay. The other 2 ain't have over $5,000 to their name. They all was broke. And I was like, yo, Bird, if you can give me 50,000 each for all 4 of these young niggas, I want to sign them. They're going to be my producers. He was like, yeah, let's do it. Put it in paper. Wow. I put it down. I said, yo, this is the number that I'm going to want. He said, put it on paper, nephew. Everything that I put on paper, he gave me.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And I changed them 4 niggas' lives, and I was content with that. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the partnership that I did. But like I said, in that process, it was just too much industry shit that I didn't want to deal with. It was 2 people in the middle that introduced me to Bird that I just felt like we was kind of clashing. And business-wise, we needed to part ways. And that's really the interest that I ended up paying the people who introduced me to Bird. I had to skin them off a little bit, which I don't give a damn. Get them out the way. Yeah, get them out the way, get Bird out the way, and get back to my independency. And now another nigga could never sign me. Nobody in this world could ever sign me ever again. You know what I mean? Like, I would never do that shit again, bro. You know what I mean?
2 gems dropping. Look at all the gems dropping right now. I love it. My show's becoming a gem festival out here.
Yeah, I'm giving you real. I ain't never told that. I ain't never really told that full story, like the amount of money in the process and the risk that I took. So like why it's important to have your credit in the backup plan and start a business on the side. Like that shit is important, bro. Like that shit saved my life. You know what I mean? My credit saved my life from having good credit and building it up and being able to get credit lines to front me for a good 2 years. I needed that. Yeah. You know what I mean? I really, and not just that credit, like, you know what I mean? Like actually when I was getting my house, they wanted me to, cause I filed I got my house by doing my lender. We did bank statements, not taxes. Now, when you do that, you can't do the first time home buyers 3 to 5% down. Now you got to put 10 to 20% down because you're doing bank statements. So I had to put, my house is like $400,000. So I had to put down like 50, 60,000. Right. I had already just my Sprinter, put all this money into my man on my this little artist that I was pushing, and I was like 10,000 short. My man H, he held real on Instagram. I was telling him about it. He went and sold like he had like a sneaker collection he gave, and this company just gave him like 11,000 through PayPal. He forwarded that shit to me. He was like, "Yo, go get your house, nigga. Give it back to me when you get it." That's my brother and shit. Wow. Yeah, shout out to my nigga H. I actually put it on the song I did with Quentin Miller and shit. And I ended up paying him back like I said. If you ask him, probably like less than 2 months, I paid him back the whole 10,000. The whole 10,000. Gave him right back to him cash. And then he needed a loan. Yeah. You know what I mean? This is a true story. I was like 10,000 short. He sent me that 10. I gave him the 10 back. And that's what it's about because he knew I would pay him back. I got that type of reputation where niggas know, you know what I mean? That nigga side gonna go get it. Like, he gonna go get it whether it's dirty or clean, and he ain't gonna say nothing about it. It ain't gonna be on Instagram. He ain't gonna tell the next bitch he fuck with. Nigga, only niggas gonna know that shit is the homies. And that's if that. You know what I mean? And that's how niggas know how I got my shit out the mud, the good way, the corporate way or the street way. I'm gonna go get it. You know what I mean? And I stick to that code. And you notice on my gram, I don't never show money and I will never show my gun. Never. I don't never do shit like that. You know what I mean? So that's how I represent my ground, bro. Like, it ain't everybody's business.
The moral compass is intact.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, let's flip the coin, bro. Okay. Let's flip the coin because there's a lot of greatness going on right now, but we gotta flip the coin. You gotta tell the people now, since you are such a risk taker.
Yeah.
Flip the coin and tell us a risk that you took that wasn't a good come out, like wasn't a good outcome. Wasn't a good outcome.
I could talk about this a little bit now. So,
oh shit! Oh, yeah. When you got one of those, when you needed a little bit of time before you could talk about it,
I'm gonna give it a nutshell of this. So basically, when I was coming up, I used to be at this nigga's studio named Brian Barber, right? He was a film director. He did the video for Hey Ya, all the Outcast shit. He directed and wrote Idlewild. He had the studio over here where I'm from on Windy Hill. In that studio, he had his brother running it, and it had like this Control 24 board, Newman U87 mic, like all the shit. So while I'm grinding there, I'm writing down all the stuff that I'm thinking about going to buy. Once I go price check, back then the Control 24 board was like 12 grand, my nigga. Like that's Newman U87, nigga, that's $3,200 cash. The Avalon, the inner, like everything. The Avalon was like $2,500. Yeah, you know what I mean? The preamp joint. So I'm in there get soundproof. I'm like, damn, I need about 20,000, 30,000, whatever, to get all the stuff that they got. So I ended up having there's an equipment store. I'm not gonna really name the store. It's an equipment store. And there's a guy that I met at this studio that works at this equipment store. Not gonna say his name. I actually told this story kinda on a song produced by Static Select on my It Was Unwritten album. It's called Reap What You Sow. So at this time, my man, this is before scamming was like at an all-time high. Like scamming is like not even what it wasn't like out there to the bitch ass niggas yet. Like only the solid elite niggas was doing it. Now not the niggas that's like getting bitches to fuck up their account. Like niggas that yeah, you know what I mean?
You're being too real right now, sorry.
like one of them Catch Me If You Can Leonardo DiCaprio niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I get in touch with him. He's like, yo, I can get whatever you need half off. Give me the cash half off, and we'll get it to you. So I ended up meeting him. He's like, all y'all got to do is come in there, tell me what y'all want. I'm going to use my car. When it's time to use the car, you boom, walk out with it, go your separate way, cover your license plate, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
So I go in there. We do it. Me and my other man's not going to say his name. I don't fuck with him no more anyway. We go in there, do our thing, get the whole lab. Boom, walk out with it. I have that exact studio setup that I tell you about.
Wow.
I opened a studio on Windy Hill. Keep in mind, it was crazy because I'm not going to get too many names again. I used to be at Big Dog. They got robbed. Now, as they got robbed, I built my studio. And the word around town was, keep in mind, I'm the only nigga in the whole city with a Control 24 board.
Wow.
So at this time, I think that Brian Barber, I think that he thinks two other niggas robbed him. I'm not going to say who. Two other niggas robbed him. He hears that I now have the same setup that he had. He thinks that I did it. I hear through somebody else that he thinks that I took it, not even knowing, nigga, we robbed the store. Somebody close to him robbed his shit. I don't even fuck with them niggas no more. So I opened my studio, right? Keep in mind, I took my shit. I took all the shit I got hot. You know what I mean? I'm in there. The whole city know me though. Like no one's coming in my shit, running in my spot. Like I ain't. Right. You know what I mean? I used to keep a little baby 380 in the Glock like underneath my table. Like niggas never saw it though. But you know what I mean? I used to have that shit like right in the third room and shit. You know what I mean? But everybody in Atlanta got a pistol. That's just like having a bottle of water. My nigga, it's legal. Right. It ain't nothing done out here. So, but I had it more so for protection because all the niggas I was recording were street niggas. Like I'm talking about the street, like Waka Flocka, Slim Duncan, El Dorado Red, nigga, Beat a Murder Charge, Parlay from the Franchise Boys. Like I'm talking about thug niggas. You know, like real dope boy ass niggas. You know what I mean? I'm recording these niggas, the Rez Deshaun, like all these niggas. These my niggas coming in and out the lab. You know what I mean? Like, so one day I had two of my homies in the lab, and I leave early. Boom. Two of my niggas in the lab, I'm like, yo, whenever they in there late, I'm like, yo, y'all go in there, y'all lock the door. You know what I mean? Boom, do your thing. My studio was like on the first level of this doctor building. This was the second studio I had. This same setup.
Right.
I come in there. My niggas said they left around, I don't know, 7, 8 o'clock. I get there like around 11 a.m. That small time gap, I get back, my whole shit empty. Door broken into. Booth door broken into, mic gone, Control 24 board gone, computer gone, MPC 2000 XL gone, Phantom keyboard gone, my heart broken, all my shoes. I was living out of that studio. That was like, I moved out of my mom's house. I never got a crib. I got a studio. I had a shower in there, so I ain't need no crib. Yeah. You know, my first thing moving out of my mom's house, I got a lab. You know what I mean? So I was heartbroken, but I was on some Tupac shit. Like I thought my niggas did it. Like I didn't know who did that shit. I was so heartbroken because at that time I was helping the whole city. Like I was like giving niggas, I was recording niggas $20 an hour. Like niggas weren't getting them rates. Right. I mean, I didn't know who did it. I still to this day ain't find out who. I still to this day think my niggas did it. Yeah. So I think that, but in that time, you know, one of my big homies, you know, bless him, because at that time I was ready to strip niggas' cribs. I was ready to like, in fact, I built my studio back. I used to fake leave my studio for like 6 months. Nobody knows that shit to this day. I used to leave out the back. There used to be a way you could leave, and then like these tall bushes, and I could leave out the front, and I could park and drive around through the Target, come back around and walk through the bushes. I would come back in and sleep in my studio, waiting for a nigga to try to ride me again. I would do this shit. I did it for like 6 months. I was in the wrong mind frame. But then my big homie was telling me just like, yo, you stole your shit to get it. That's how this shit goes. It's like the streets. It's like you got a plan for that. Like if you thought that you could take it that way and not get it happening to you, you thought it was only going to be good days going forward, and it wasn't. And I think that was what, if I was to think of one thing in my career that ever really hurt me, because even my deal with Cash Money, it didn't really hurt me. Like it made me a little upset, but I knew what was about to happen, and I knew I was gonna make it out. Because it wasn't no beef. It wasn't no street shit to me. So it wasn't like no shit where I felt like I had to go outside and watch my back. I'm dealing with industry. I'm dealing with industry shit. Like, and I'm respectful where I felt like I had to like watch me and my children's back. Back then, I felt like a nigga was watching me. Like that was the first time I felt robbed. That like a nigga never robbed me gunpoint. But that I felt like a nigga kept his eye on me enough to where if he wanted to harm me, he could have. Because I wasn't thinking at that time. I was like, nah, it's love on my side of town. Like niggas get off the exit, pull off a Windy Hill.
How small was that window where you left?
I left at like, I used to leave late, like 6, 7 in the morning. That was the time for me to end my session. When I saw that sun come through my window, I would leave. You know what I mean? Or spend the night. But my niggas was there recording, so I'm like, y'all hold it down. So they said that they left around, I don't know what time they said they left, but by the time I came back, the first 2 niggas I blamed was them in my head. At that time, I was trying to think, like, why would they do something like that? Like, I couldn't figure out who was watching me. You know, I still to this day think that they did that shit, bro. Like, till this day. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that was one of my...
That's like... Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it either had to be them or somebody watching me, but I don't really see who the fuck would be watching me like that. Who was that nice to, like, who's that ill with, like, scoping when a nigga walking in and out, and how would you know that 2 niggas wasn't still in there? Or, I don't know. I still, to this day, think they did that shit, bro. To this day. I think they fake left and went and took my shit. And it's all good. I never had no real hard proof. I waited to see who else had because I was the only nigga around there with a Control 24. And I was waiting to see another nigga with that board. You know what I mean? And then I had a little burn mark on the left corner, so I was waiting to see that shit. And I was gonna hit a nigga dead in his nose, OG.
Now you gotta have cameras everywhere.
Yeah, I did. I put a little hidden camera by the little front corner door. Nobody knew about that too, but nobody ever came back though. That was the funny thing, bro. But I think that was a lesson for me because it was above what somebody did to me. It more so was from that day forward. I got everything legit. Like if I go get a laptop,
yeah.
I get that shit from Best Buy. I get a warranty. Call it what you want, nigga. I'm going the white boy route. Like I'm doing it. I don't want nothing high. I don't care if you got a brand new Apple laptop and you want to call like, yo, I got 2 laptops right now. I'm at 2 for $5. I'm not doing it. If I don't see that shit legit, I don't do it no more because I took too much of a loss doing it the hot way. You know what I mean? And I think that was one of the biggest losses I took, man, taking a risk, man, for real. That hurt. Yeah, that hurt.
Hey, tell me something. I want to pivot because there's a crazy story. I want to pivot for a second. Who do you have something like one person? I don't know why I don't know this, but do you have one specific person that shoots your music videos, or do you branch out a lot?
I got a couple. I done shot with Major League Films, Daltel Antonio, GT Film. I just shot with a young nigga named Classic. He young. I move around a lot, but a lot of my treatments, like I've let other niggas do my treatments. Sometimes I used to get pissed off, but like now, like whether I keep it simple or go deep, I come up with my treatments. Like I've been doing my recent treatments. Like I've been doing a lot of my own little ideas. So yeah, it's been me. You know what I mean? It's been
your video quality is crazy as well.
Yeah, I was making sure the quality is good, and I try to do it within a good little budget. You know what I'm saying? And
like the Woosah video.
Yeah, see, you know what's funny? It's funny you bring Woosah because that's a young nigga named Classic I just met. I gave him a little shot, like, yo, pull up to the hood, like that's Roosevelt Circle. That's over here on my side of town where they get a little ghetto. So I went over there. You know what I mean? My peoples let me use their crib. And I was like, I'm gonna do one of my first like cliche videos. You know what I'm saying? My security guard in the back holding his chopper, my man on the right on both his phones like he always is. And then I got a shorty with some ass. I'm outside with a Versace robe and a white lady. So it's like I thought like, okay, let me do some cliche shit with some ass and just rapping in the hood, but let me make it creative. So I started the video with like I'm coming out, me and my shorty going to work, the white lady across the street acting like a Karen. Like, nah, this ain't it. Reverse. It come back the white lady with us. She in the hood. She translating lyrics and shit. Shorty shaking ass. You know what I mean? So I want something funny. We shot that shit 30 minutes, bro. Like
30 minutes. Come on. Come on, bro. That's 30 minutes though.
30 minutes.
Shorty in this interview longer than 30 minutes.
Shorty changed her clothes in a Sprinter. I swear to God. I pulled up to the front of the shoot. She changed the clothes. Miss Lisa changed. I met Miss Lisa at a bar.
Bro, you got to keep that video guy. Keep that video guy. If you're shooting videos like that in 30 minutes, keep that video guy.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's dope.
Who shot Hood Baby?
Dontel Antonio. Yeah, that's my man. I mean, that was my treatment. I came up with that treatment and idea.
Oh.
Dontel Antonio shot that. I called my homegirl Tokyo Vanity. She came through, played a little role and shit. But that video was super fun. It was supposed to rain that day. We was about to cancel the shoot, end up shooting anyway. The rain went away. So,
where'd you shoot that? Atlanta?
Yep, I shot that over there, kind of in the same area, like over there by Lemon Street and like the Marietta Square over here on the north side. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, I shot that on Favorite Road, like right here by Cobb over there by the hood where I live at.
So so your next two projects, the next one is an R&B project. What's it called?
It's called Alone But Not Lonely. The one after that is called The Shadow and the Shade. That's the hip hop joint.
That's the one with all the features and stuff like that. Man, yeah, alone but not lonely.
I'm about to give you a glimpse. Niggas ain't even synced this yet. Hold on.
Oh,
I'm about to give you a glimpse. These the features on there. Can you see it?
Oh, let's see here.
Is it reversed?
Ari da Kid, T.I. Benny, Raekwon, Crit, Sci-Hi, Ransom, JR, Verb, Fax, Sean L. Wow.
Everything mixed and mastered, and then they ain't coming out for another 4 years. This shit done.
All right, I know. I got to get a text message with one of them. Bro.
I think what I'll do is, bro, before I drop the joint with me, Benny, and Kiss, I'm gonna send it to you early because I fuck with your work and your brand, what you represent, bro.
Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. That's Benny and Jada on one record?
Me, Benny, and Kiss on one record. And only nigga that heard that record right now is Maul from the Maul Amari podcast.
Yeah.
He was just out here in the A, and I dropped him off from my he came to the ABL games like the Rucker Park out here. He rode. I had him courtside and shit at the Lou Will game, and I dropped him off. He was at this bougie ass hotel by Lindzen Mall. And I played him a snippet of the joint. He the only nigga that heard it so far. He don't got it, but he heard it.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, he heard a little snippet of it. That's a fact.
Oh my God. Listen, man. Again, I'm gonna be shouting, I'm gonna be waving the flag. You know me, I'm a Siri fucking supporter all the way. Man,
bro.
I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the gems. And I'm looking forward to everything that's coming up. Settle Down just dropped. Everybody that's watching this right now, you see his socials on here, but subscribe to this video, but also hit up his YouTube page. You know what I'm saying? What is it?
I mean, you just type in Ari da Kid, my actual page will pull up. Yeah. Yep.
Because I remember I posted that the other day. But yeah, you guys got to get in tune. Everybody that's watching this, listen, man. I'm telling you, this is certified, raw, real, for your soul music. You got to get tapped in. You know what I'm saying? Settle Down just dropped. Woosah was before that. And I listen, man. I can't even say it I can't say it anymore, bro. It's like the amount of stuff you're putting out, you would think that an artist would have a misstep somewhere.
Yeah, no.
You've got it down, Pat. You ain't had a misstep, and you just keep delivering greatness. And I salute you. And like I said, I'm looking forward to everything that's coming up. And
got you.
I appreciate you being here, Sari. And yeah, so this has been another episode. Risk and Rewards, Ari da Kid. Hey, salute, my G.
Respect, big dog.
Thank you so much, man.
Already, bro.